Hello, Star Wars Galaxy of Hero players. This is Andy Terrashorto. Today, I'm going to be talking about Lord Vader. First off, he is not, as of June 29th, he has not been confirmed. However, thanks to the Master Kenobi event, it makes sense that he would be in the game because he's enemy of Kenobi. That's a rivalry, etc., etc. So I do not doubt that Lord Vader will actually come to Galaxy of Heroes in the next 3 to 6 months. I am also predicting there'll be either one of two things. He'll either be here December, which leaves October, November, the last quarter of the year, for Book of Boba Fett characters, or it could be reversed where we get him in October, and November, December will be Book of Boba Fett characters, because it'll be sometime in November, or was it? I think it's October or November when Book of Boba Fett comes out. So we'll actually see some characters. I'm pretty sure we'll get to see Fennec Shand, maybe a new Boba Fett or two, stuff like that. And I'm hoping that's what we get. I know there's some people thinking that we might get a Boba Fett Galactic Legend. That could be true too. That would be cool. We could actually see a bounty hunter like him turning from... We could see like maybe a Boba Fett, like we could get young Boba Fett, and then we could get the Tusken-based Boba Fett that's just a scoundrel. And then we could get his damaged armor before he actually gets his repainted armor. But then again, we don't know what new skins they add for Boba Fett in the show later on too. So I don't know. But back to Lord Vader though. Sorry about that. Lord Vader. I feel like, first off, I'm definitely going to also predict he'll look like Jedi Knight Anakin, but with the hood up, the cloak on, yellow eyes, and then his ultimate, you'll see some animation disappear, and then you'll see Vader rising from this medical table thing, like in Revenge of the Sith, where, you know, like the trailers say, Lord Vader, rise, and you see the trailer. In the trailer, his thing rises up, and he's right there. He's ready to go. That's the biggest prediction I have, that I feel like I don't doubt it would give us another Vader to work with. Honestly, Darth Vader would probably work really well with Lord Vader, because you could technically not run Vader with Sith Eternal and still get, you know, some good effect with the Sith Empire trio, the Sith Triumvirate. Yeah, you get quite a few different Sith working. Actually, one of these times I may want, depending on if the person has if I run a face someone that doesn't have a Galactic Legend, which probably won't happen anymore, I'll probably put Sith Eternal on defense with Sith Trooper, Sith Assassin, which I got to relic her up, Savage, and Dooku, so they can attack under, and then Savage can do his slam while Palpatine builds up his machinations, essentially. But yeah, aside from that, though, yes, that is what I would do. So now I have some predictions. I do have some predictions for Lord Vader of what requirements. We're going to start off with this first five. These first five make the most sense. Both versions of Anakin. I know we only got one version of Kenobi, but then again, I'll still say this though. I feel like Kenobi could have been better if they brought in Jedi Knight Obi-Wan, or Jedi Knight Kenobi, Jedi Knight Obi-Wan Kenobi from Episode 2, and Jedi Apprentice Obi-Wan from Episode 1. So he can have some synergy with Qui-Gon and then touch up Qui-Gon. Oh, come on. Qui-Gon needs some love. Well, so does a lot of characters. But still, come on, Capital Games. You're missing out on this. We got multiple versions of Rey for Rey, Kylo for Kylo, Palp for Palp, Luke for Luke. So why Kenobi gets only himself? You know, we didn't even get Old Ben as a requirement, which is weird. I'm surprised that one was required for Relic 8 or 7. But yes, I could still see at least these two because they actually play a role, you know, right before he becomes Lord Vader. Padme because it's his wife. R2 and 3PO because it's essentially both their droids at the time. So yes, we have those. Next, we have the trio of clone troopers from the Clone Wars era, Rex Echo 5s. This Echo could technically be the Bad Batch Echo in this slot as well, because, you know, it's Echo. They could do it this way, or you'd still see 5s and Rex, but you'd see the new version of Echo. It could go both ways. That one is, you know, not a bad thing at all. Going back in, Vader, because, you know, Lord Vader. Yeah, come on. This one is one I could definitely see 3 versions of, and the before and after of Anakin, because it just makes sense, because it's going into Lord Vader. He's lost, you know, he's dark side now. And then Dooku, because he kills Dooku. He fought Dooku a lot in the Clone Wars, and relicking him up to Relic 7, just, I don't see it being a problem. Now, the next and last tier, last group of characters, is Qui-Gon Jinn. Now, I know we get him Relic 3 for Kenobi, but we could also get him up to Relic 5 for Anakin, because if it wasn't for Qui-Gon Jinn, we would not have Anakin. Actually, we wouldn't have an Obi-Wan either. We wouldn't have an Obi-Wan or an Anakin. So, yeah, both. So, yeah, Qui-Gon Jinn makes the most sense for his story to have as well. It'd be a great, easy tie-in. Yes, you just have to relic him up once or twice. I'd hope for Relic 4 versus 5, but, you know, boom, there you go. And then if you go after, there you go. Ki-Adi-Mundi, I feel like, is going to be the hardest one to go for. It will really lock some players out from getting Anakin for the next 6 to 8 months. Or, well, when he's released, 6 to 8 months after he's released, sorry. Because of, you know, you have to have a really good guild to get him, or you'd have to purchase him. Just that, plain and simple. Ki-Adi-Mundi, like, I only have him here, and it's thanks to the guild I'm in. And we're still getting a few. I'm still having problems trying to get Ki-Adi-Mundi up, you know, up levels, so that I can actually unlock, you know, 7-star him. Like, I will eventually, when I do get him 7-star, I'll probably take him to at least Relic 4 and Zeta him. But, yeah, he's such a hard character to get. Darth Sidious, because it's Darth Sidious that turns him to the dark side, not Emperor Palpatine. So, you know, an easy, here you go, cross 2 characters. An easy, like, if you get Sith Eternal Emperor, you're going to easily, you know, there's a character for you already. And Ventress, Relic 4. Relic 3 or 4, Asajj Ventress, because she was the one that gave him the scar, at least in Legends. But also in canon, you know, she fought him a lot during the Clone Wars. He also helped uncover Ahsoka Tano's, I want to say, Barriss. Essentially, he uncovers Barriss's plans that frames Ahsoka. There you go. And then the last one, the one marquee character I can fully think of having, unless they decide to do, like I said, the Bad Batch Echo in there, and then it would probably maybe be 2, is, I'm predicting one character that could be, he killed in the Clone Wars, is Admiral Trench. I'll, you know, post a picture up of him. But it would also give us, you know, another, you know, separatist fleet ship, where, you know, he might do some stuff with Darkseid, but mostly with, you know, separatists and droids, which would be an easier, you know, it'd be kind of like with Mace Windu. You get him as an easy unlock, where then, you know, you go for Grievous to get the, you know, the stronger version of the ship. Granted, whenever they decide to have their so-called shiploads of content or whatever, if they have like tons of ships, I hope to see some more, you know, separatist ships, so that, you know, maybe we can get a second separatist capital ship with droid ships and stuff like that. But aside from that, though, those are the ones I definitely are recommending, or not recommend, I'm predicting for. Now, I do say this will be a unique one to add. I did not add any ships, but I have 2 ship possibilities that could be added. And actually, they could technically go both ships, because they're easy requirements. They're not going to be too broken. It would be the first time we have like 17 requirements. And that'd be both Anakin and Vader's starfighters. So you got, you know, the Edda class, like I already have it 7-star. And then Vader's TIE Advanced. Boom. You got yourself I wonder which one's stronger in a 1v1. I wish there was a way to test ships 1v1 without the capital ships. Just think about it. Think about it. But yeah, there you go. Both ships really strong. I think Vader's would be a bit stronger just because, well, I don't know. I don't know. I think Anakin's is more up to date. So even though Vader has more abilities, I don't know. But yes, those I could see both ships being in there. Now, I will say this though. I know my original 15. If it's still just the original 15, I would probably cut the marquee character, the Admiral Trench part, and add in Anakin Starfighter, because it makes more sense to have Anakin Starfighter than Vader's TIE Fighter. But again, I still stand by maybe having 17 requirements, because 2 ships, it's not bad. Newer players will still eventually get them. Especially by the time you get Ki-Adi-Mundi, if you're free to play, you're going to have both ships anyway, so it's like not a big deal. And now there are some other possibilities. All of Bad Batch is an option, because that would really make it hard to get. But I'd say this: if they did all of Bad Batch, do not do Ki-Adi-Mundi. Please do not do Ki-Adi-Mundi if it's all Bad Batch. Also, Ki-Adi-Mundi was, there was a little competition between Anakin and Ahsoka, their second attack on Geonosis. And it would be a good thing to see, maybe that's why they would actually add Ki-Adi-Mundi as well, because Ki-Adi-Mundi beat Anakin and Ahsoka, and and Anakin said he had his undying respect towards them, because he decided, I guess, keep track during the battle. That'd be weird. I don't know why I have Qui-Gon here a second time. Sorry about that. Barasafi, to me, makes sense because of that rivalry. Luminara also because there's quite a few missions that, well, no one would have Luminara geared up as well. But Luminara would be, was on quite a few missions with Anakin and Ahsoka, so kind of ties in there. Unless they actually save her for the Ahsoka Galactic Legend, I hope that we get. And I will talk about another video about Ahsoka and then another video about Maul. ARC Trooper is a very good possibility. Newt Gunray, because he kills Newt Gunray at the end of the Clone Wars. I don't see Newt Gunray as much as these others. And then of course, since they're not rivals like Maul and Ahsoka would be, I could see those two being Galactic Legends after Obi-Wan and Anakin. Ahsoka, requiring either Commander Tano or just Ahsoka Tano. Maybe more so Commander Tano. That would be another thing where I would say they need to get rid of Ki-Adi-Mundi for Ahsoka. That would be the swap right there. I'd do. I wouldn't require both, because then again, they could do that where they require, they require the same 15 I have, except they require Commander Tano in that spot, and that would be a pain in the butt to deal with. But what can you do? So aside from that, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about my predictions. Did I miss any characters? Who else would make sense? Yes, I will say Wat Tambor as well, because, Wat Tambor was killed, and Wat Tambor is already required for General Kenobi, so it'd be a free giveaway if they decided to do that, because of, I would say, that's another thing I would say, Wat Tambor in place of maybe Dooku, or Fives, if they add Commander Tano in this, 5th slot down here, I would say take out Dooku and add Wat Tambor, Relic 5 Wat Tambor. Because if you're already going for General Kenobi first, or Jedi Master Kenobi, you'll have Relic 7 Watt for that. So it's a free character there to make it easy. But aside from that, let me know what you guys think again. Comments below. I really appreciate all those that watch the videos I make. And you guys have a phenomenal day.